Start recording. Yeah, once again I have to happily ramble on without turning my brain on first. I'll say hello again from down here. I know you can't see me. I've been thinking about whether I should start wearing one of my countless baseball caps so you can't see me either. Yeah, according to this logic, this works here. So today I'm not banging on the pump with my big orange hands. 2001 because it barely fits here. I bought this device from Airgun. How should I put it? To have a rifle that I can really tear apart. And I can tell you I wasn't disappointed. But anyway, the thing is being sold. So I see it every day at a different price. So $19.99 was the price before. Was it $179? Today I just checked, it was $189, but it's not available. That's probably Christmas traffic. This is a complete package. The thing is called, as it says in the title, Airmax SD. No, SR, 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 S. For sniper, I guess. Who buys something like that? I actually see only two target groups. First, teenagers going through puberty who want their first cool air rifle for their 18th birthday and treat themselves to a sniper air rifle. And the others will probably be the collectors who say, God, I don't have this in my collection yet, it's cheap, I'll take it. Yeah, why am I going on about this so much? Of course, before I jumped in, I first listened around a bit. There aren't that many videos about it, but the ones that are out there are enough. They're usually paid videos, and if we express the criticism ourselves, then, yeah, that's really a problem. I'll start by making this a bit smaller. What am I going to be nitpicking about? First, I need to move my microphone out of the way because there's just not enough space for both of us. What do we see here? A bipod on a pre-charged air rifle. What should I say about that? Why are we all getting sandbags just so someone can mount a bipod? I have to admit, during the practical test, it wasn't that bad. It was okay. But I don't even know where to start. I would love to fold everything up and take it apart so I can handle it more easily here. But one thing I can take off is the standard silencer. That comes with a spring piston air rifle. I think I've mentioned it often enough here that there's hardly anything more pointless than a silencer, a spring piston air rifle. But I have to say we're only talking about the version that's been neutered for Germany. The stock of this shotgun is relatively long, which means that this thing could definitely have more firepower abroad. I read something about 380 meters per second, which is quite decent. That would be around 2025 joules. Here we go again, talking about joules. And maybe it will bang louder, maybe everything will be more meaningful, better, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to unscrew the silencer here for now. Which, by the way, is not half an inch or so. It has a thread. That means no other silencers will fit on it, and it doesn't really fit anywhere else either. Let me take a quick look. I must have a flashlight here somewhere. Whether it even has an interior, or if it's just a hollow container. Ah yes, here we go. Yes, it has chambers. It has several chambers. In the front, however, it's solid. Well, about 2 centimeters behind that, there's some kind of rattling. Maybe it's spiral-shaped, I can't say for sure. I really don't feel like taking it apart right now. It's labeled as it should be only for F air guns. That's obviously wrong. It's also for air guns, you know, so technically speaking, legally defined, this is a spring-powered gun. Because pressure is generated with a coil spring. A compressed air weapon is the PCP thing that is pre-compressed, etc. Whatever. Just throwing it in there. As far as I know, silencers don't have to be labeled either. I don't care where. I'm just going to do it like this. Why not mess around with the scope? Yeah, I think I have 3 of them now, my nice adjustable front scopes. The thing is broken. Unfortunately, I have to replace it. The mounting rings here are rattling, 2001, and it's the up and down adjustment. The thing is broken. Unfortunately, I have to replace it. Mounting rings here are rattling, 2001, and it's the up and down adjustment. It only adjusts up to a certain height now. It's the up and down adjustment. It only adjusts up to a certain height. Nothing happens below that when I turn it. God, I really need to replace that Monday rifle or Monday shotgun. Back to this tool here. First things first, to get these damn bipods out of the way, I'm going to cock this thing. There you will see 2 things. First of all, I'm getting... The thing isn't cocked like that. I have to hit it, and I tell you, after 10 times it hurts. After 50 times, it really hurts. So you can see I can't cock it right now. I have to reach through down here. Same thing. Oh, right. When I cock it. Come on, I'll cock it. That's the easiest part. I cock the thing like this. And then I put a pellet in here because we don't want to fire it empty. And now I also have to be careful when closing it. You see, everything is tight. I can't really say what it looks like after 30 years of constant use. But here, you have to grip it and really give it some force. Otherwise, it won't close. Then the damn safety. Watch out, the safety isn't pressed like on almost all other rifles. It's pulled. You're cocking something. Yeah. Well, I've shown you that now. I'm going to try to show you something else, but you can hear it better. The microphone is hanging just right. So, listen closely. In another video, someone defined that as a strange grinding noise. I would say that's the air being sucked in through the little hole in the front. Honestly, I've never heard it like that before. Do other rifles maybe have a different seal, a valve? I don't know. That hurts, that really hurts. So, you can see the two legs. The microphone is a bit in the way. You can adjust it in height. They're spring-loaded. And you can fold them up. So, everything is a bit less bad. But what's the point of having a bipod on the device if you're not going to shoot with it? Anyway, that's why we're going to do the first thing that many owners probably do, which is to take it apart. They're usually just in the way. Of course, you could say that when you buy the thing, at least a couple of bipods come with it, so a couple means one bipod and two individual parts. So, now I can also lay this thing down. Oh god, oh god, oh god. As I said, the thread of the fake muzzle is not standardized, at least not half an inch. And weird Picatinny or Weaver. I now know that Picatinny and Weaver are not exactly the same. The rail width is the same, but the spacing of the grooves is different. I think Picatinny has more grooves and Weaver has fewer, but I'm not entirely sure. You can take them off. There are two little screws, and then the thing won't be in the way anymore. The scope comes standard with it, that's why I use the standard scope. It's already turning pretty easily at the front. From that, I conclude that the previous owner already knew the trick and adjusted everything at the front. It just says X. No one was brave enough to immortalize their name on here. 2001, I would say that's a pretty standard X scope. Not particularly great, not particularly fast. That's a pretty standard scope. I can't really criticize that much. I don't even know where to start. I'll read you the air rifle first. It says 4.5, 177 caliber serial number. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 digits. A 16-digit serial number. You heard that right. By the way, everything is laser etched. I usually stay away from rifles that have anything laser etched on them. That always means they're somewhat modern. That usually also means they're not worth much. There might be exceptions to that, but they tend to be in the higher price range. It says Airmax, SR1250S on it. My goodness, they're microscopic. The F-mark is often small at a caliber of 4.5mm. They wrote it on there just to be safe. Why does it always have to be marked on the barrel? Well, I don't know if that applies to air pressure rifles too, but whatever. This is a break barrel air rifle. That means there are no secrets to discover now. This is a... What is it called? Spring pressure. Bounce compressor. Yeah, now you probably see this here. I'll hold it up to the camera for you. Can you see it? Yeah, a little bit. Someone wrote, "Warning, not a toy in wallpaper size." Blah, blah, blah. Very dangerous. Doesn't matter. Dangerous injuries since 18 blah, blah, blah. 2001. Who thought it was a good idea to engrave this text on the side of this plastic stock? What must have possessed them? I don't get it. Well, but this whole thing still has no end. I want to keep going on about this. All the edges are sharp. That's a plastic sheep. By the way, this thing weighs a lot. So this isn't some lightweight pump star or anything. This thing weighs a lot. It could be that it's all much better abroad with more fire. But if you should buy this little gun, make sure to get some sandpaper with it. Because these edges, not every single casting edge here, including the ones where you rest your cheek, are sharp. Really sharp. So first off, go everywhere with sandpaper. 'Cause ouch. But it's best to do that only after you've decided to keep the thing, because I don't know how the warranty works if there are sanding marks all over it. Otherwise, I don't have a bipod on it anymore, no 2 or 3 anymore. I really need to start talking. Yeah, that's why I'm just showing you the target a bit out of order for now. 2001. It doesn't look as great as the others I usually show off, but here there are only 10 holes and not 20. First of all, because I'm slowly getting rid of those 20 holes, since there was always just one big hole left anyway, but here there are only 10 holes and not 20. First of all, because I'm slowly getting rid of those 20 holes, since there was always just one big hole left anyway. And secondly, I didn't feel like making 20 holes with the thing. I had already zeroed the scope before. It was taken off for transport. That means our fins still hurt from pounding on the barrel with 1,000. And I would say, it's not a masterpiece, but it's okay. We're talking about a recreational air rifle that's priced at an impressive $200. But it's okay, and it's been shot off the bipod. I didn't bother to shoot the thing off the sandbag again to see if it might be better there. I really just didn't feel like it anymore. I didn't want to anymore. Somehow the fins hurt. I always had to reach around, had to grab twice to tension it. It was a big mess, I don't want that. Let's continue. The only really good thing about this is an adjustable cheek piece. That's great, right? You can turn it down here, then it goes up, then it goes down. I was a bit startled, you know. It's not like it's got some rubber ring or anything, but there's a nut on a metal thread. And it's really tight. Wow. So that can definitely be adjusted as well. But I have to say again, having is better than needing. So I think it's nice that it's even there. I mentioned the safety, it's right here. You have to cock it, so to speak. That's interesting. I could just cock the safety without the good piece being cocked. Oh, damn. So, yes, as soon as you lower the barrel, the thing snaps forward. So the typical problem with an automatic backup is that it is automatic and regularly drives the owner crazy. Especially because now I can't just think, I still have to press the safety, but now I also have to remember that I need to pull the safety too. Another really good point is a nice, rubberized, very, very non-slip rubber butt pad. It also makes the whole thing a bit longer. Like I said, it's not light, the device weighs quite a bit. It also makes the whole thing a bit longer. Like I said, the thing isn't light, the device weighs quite a bit. Yeah, it's almost the right length for me, so it's nearly perfect, but at least it's a trigger. Very, very wide plastic trigger. I'll hold it up to the camera for you because it looks pretty unusual. You can see it, yeah, it's a pretty big chunk, it's plastic, but it's a real hunk. Adjustable, suitable for a sniper rifle is of course nothing at all. I'll hold the barrel up to your nose again. I can do that, because you're just a camera and not people with threads. Well, there's nothing special to say about that. What else do we have? Trigger. Oh yeah, right, I should mention the trigger again. I unfortunately have to cock it again, even though it hurts. And feel the trigger, again in all calmness. Like I said, it's not adjustable anyway, so it stays just the way it is. So, I know the stock isn't right, but I have to aim along the side of the barrel. The trigger pull is extremely short. The trigger scratches. Oh, didn't I just complain about the automatic safety earlier? So preference scratches a little more, and goes bang. Light, but very short lead. Then a certain scratch, and then a trigger. So, it's not really a pressure point, it just kind of happens. In other words, the trigger is crap. That fits well with a sniper rifle. So, in other words, the trigger is crap. It also fits well with a sniper rifle. Of course, you definitely want to see some values. Sitting on it. Whoops. I need to pick the right shotgun here. Which one is it running under? Yeah, wait a second. Oh, I need to select it. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. It was Airmax, starts with an A. Unfortunately, it's not sorted alphabetically here. So, it only sorts the uppercase letters. First, that's airmax, so it sorts the uppercase letters first, and then the lowercase letters. Alphabetical. I don't know what they were thinking, but if that's how it is, then that's how it is. View shots. Oh no, I don't want the graphic, I just want the list. So, here we have, I see 5.1 joules. And from there I only see 5.5, 5.4, 5.2. So the spread is relatively low. Height shots. Average 149 ms. Spread 6 ms. It's actually okay for a recreational aperture, but let's not moan about it. It's fine so far. Did I forget to mention anything that I usually ramble on about to buy some time? Send time. I'll lower it a bit for you here. So, there's a scope. Here are the details. Yeah, I paid for it, right? You want to know that too, I almost forgot. The previous owner wanted $70 for the gold edge coin. I said no matter what, for a good video, right? And I'm trying to sell it on, but with all the correct details, you know, how hot, how good, how bad. Then let's see if I get my money back, or if I ended up paying extra for it. I think you can maybe make something out of it, because like I said, the shooting performance isn't that bad. From the bipod, from the sandbag, it might be better. Otherwise, you can modify the stock. That's all doable. The trigger. So, someone has to step in who can really do it better than I can. But as long as you're just shooting at, let's say, matchboxes, it doesn't really matter. I'm just glad if I can get the $70 I paid for it back. If I get more, that's good. If not, then that's bad. Aside from that, even if I get the $70 back, I still paid for shipping. I think it was $13, which is pretty common for air rifles because they're so damn bulky. So, that means I'll probably end up losing money, but ultimately, it will depend on what people say. Oh man, it's weird. It's really expensive right now. You get quite a bit of accessories, you get a silencer with it. I don't know if it fits other shotguns, or if it's some airmax internal thread, or if it's a DIN thread, or if there are adapters. No idea. And you get this weird bipod with it that you can screw onto some Picatinny rails. Yeah, and the scope is included, and, well, there's guaranteed entertainment value, especially when you try to tip the thing over with the barrel. Then I would say that has to be enough for this time, even if it's not really a sensation, but it has a certain entertainment value where you can say, yeah, I could complain a bit. So, thanks again, and I wish you all the best that you wish for me. What, how many minutes have we managed to get out of this? 19 minutes, I think that's quite a lot for a rifle. No matter, thank you very much. As always, 2001. Now I can finally mess around with it again. The light is the guy who has to turn off his camera all by himself, without a crew, without minions. 2001.